I gotta say to you now.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the 12th episode of T and O. We are your hosts, Claudio and Kobus, and we got some exciting news. We have another winner for the T-shirt, Kobus. So congratulations to the other winner.
Another T-shirt sitting right here.
Actually, I wasn't even talking about you, but yes, Kobus got his T-shirt, ladies and gentlemen. He got his T-shirt. But besides from the T-shirt, we're still running the competition. We have 5 more shirts to give away. All you have to do is hashtag Thursday Night Outcasts, Survivor South Africa, and tell us who you think the winner for the golden spoon and the wooden spears for this episode. Yeah, but now enough of that. Let's go to the recap, Kobus, please.
So tonight's episode, a lot of stuff stood out for me. I really enjoyed it. So Dante won the rewards challenge again and ended up picking Mike, Letitia, and Maba to join in on the rewards challenge. So yeah, I think it was a good move from his side. Maybe he should have considered sending himself to the Island of Secrets and maybe a couple of other people to or someone else in his place to get the reward, and then he would have got an immunity. But in any case, that's just a throwaway comment. He sent the Raal to the Island of Secrets. The Raal took a clue to the immunity challenge, and he had to remember a whole range of symbols. I was actually surprised that he managed to do it. I thought it was quite challenging remembering all those symbols. So yeah, at the end of the day, it helped him a lot. In fact, so he won immunity with his advantage. So yeah, well done for the Raal for pulling that one through under pressure. And yeah, at Tribal Council, we saw Dante getting voted off. So that's going to be an interesting addition to the jury, I think, because Dante tends to say it as it is. And yeah, Tribal Council also delivered a couple of interesting topics for tonight's discussion. Claudio, your take on the episode?
Yeah, man, it was pretty interesting. It was your typical rom-com, so to speak. I mean, you went there to watch entertainment. You knew what the result was going to be, but it was a well-told story. So in the end, the conclusion was where it was at, which was the Tribal Council. We did have Durang for the comic relief during the episode. I mean, he did make you smile often. And he managed to pull the rabbit out of the hat with the challenge, which was fantastic. And then obviously a lot of internal disputes. So they kind of gave us false sense of hope in terms of making the actual vote be a lot more interesting than what it actually was. But it was a straightforward Dante, see you later. So yeah, that's pretty much my take. It was a good episode though, overall, I thought.
Yeah. So Golden Spear. Any nominations from your side? I gathered there aren't much candidates for the Golden Spear from your side, Claudia.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've got to be honest here. I was trying to find someone. Just as when I thought I was going to be like, yes, this is the person I'm going with, they completely fucked up. I mean, excuse my French. I mean, they completely did something, and I was like, no, why? I mean, start off with let's go with Mike. I'm like, flip. This is the episode. Mike is coming into his own. He's doing the right things. He's finally got Dante to come to a consensus in terms of deciding on a name and making Dante feel like he's a part of the decision. He's finally done that. Then he goes back to the other guys and, tries to keep Jacques on his toe to flush out keep him on his toes to flush out the idol. And then he just lands up going with the majority. He has the conversation with Rob and he's completely swayed. So I was like, yeah, Mike. So I was like, yes, Mike. No, it's almost like, I'm not going to say it. So that was Mike was the one guy. I think, Rob he doesn't have to do much, and he's at the center of all of it. I got to go Durang. I got to go Durang to a certain extent because, I mean, he is. If you gotta look at Pinky and the Brain, he's definitely Pinky. I mean, he's enduring because of the way in which he is. But at the same time, you know, like how Pinky sometimes came up with the great idea and Brain would claim it as his own. I kind of feel like he is the Pinky and the Brain in the same body, but more Pinky. More Pinky. And I mean, he went to the island. I was like, there's no way he's going to remember all that stuff. And he did. And even he was shocked while he was doing the challenge. And all the contestants were shocked. Everyone in the tribe was, so it was just mad shockness. I think the fact that he just succeeded with the challenge was great. And the fact he's very conspicuous in the manner in which he claims his reward. He's like, oh, that was hard. I mean, but you all could have done it. And everyone's like left scratching their head. How in the world did he manage this? And he's like, yeah, no, you know, I mean, and the best part is how proud he is about all of it. It's like that kid who's got all the answers to the exam and goes around back home. Look, mom and dad, look, I actually got a distinction. I got like an A+++ in this exam. It completely neglecting the fact that he had all the answers to it, but that didn't matter. He had the results, and I think so. I'm leaning towards him with regards to that. But the ultimate Golden Spear winner for me was Niku. This was Niku's episode. Tribal Council was what it was because of Niku. I've never seen Rob so flustered in this whole series or throughout this whole thing. He was flustered. He had him like biting his tongue a little bit, and he felt like a naughty schoolboy because he called him out on some of the things. So Niku had a hell of a performance at Tribal, and then obviously Dante. But I think Dante is going to be more my wooden spoon candidate. But anyway, yeah. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I think, you know, what I really liked was when Dante got emotional at the rewards challenge win, but not like, you know, emotional bullshit, but like purely, he said it well. He said that he was really in the moment, and you could see it on his face. You know, he was proud of what he achieved. And it was something spectacular. I mean, it's something very special to see, you know, those Samoan people doing their, you know, dances and stuff, which is traditional and so on. I think it's very special. So yeah, no, it was cool to see that because I think it was very sincere. Daryl, like you said, you know, it's actually, I think it's quite tough memorizing all those symbols, and he did a good job about it. And also Daryl, what I feel he has been doing well is very few people are pissed off at Daryl. So I think, you know, to in that regard, he's playing the game well. So people they're feeling neutral. Their feelings towards him is neutral. So I think that is good for me in that sense. So I do agree with you with the Golden Spear that we can nominate him for the Golden Spear. Then who I also want to nominate for Golden Spear, or just at least mention, is Nicole. Yes, and that lady's got a strong mind. Like she gave Daryl a run for his money, and she didn't have any clues. I mean, she just played the memory game. And when I also noticed that when they first played that tile game where they've got to flip the tiles, I think it was in the second or third episode, Nicole also did very well. So she's got a strong mind, and especially now at this stage in the game. To be fair though,
I know I'm interjecting a bit too soon here, but being the beauty pageant, I mean, you do have to learn lines and that sort of thing. So she's probably very good at memorizing things. But anyway, sorry, continue.
Any case, no, but yeah, also being malnourished and you know, not having a lot of energy, and now you've got to memorize a bunch of stuff. I think she did well. I'm not saying we should award her the Golden Spear, but I do think she deserves a mention for it. And then my final nomination would be Jock for calling out Steffi at Tribal Council, saying, "Listen, what you're saying now is, I believe the right, what's the right saying? It's pot calling kettle black. You know, it's." You're saying that I'm doing something wrong, but you did exactly that in the last Tribal Council. And Claudio, if Ja goes through to the final, I'm telling you now that he won Survivor at tonight's tribal council. That's my feeling, because the jury members saw what happened. They Sipai and Meryl and Jeffrey saw Jock calling out Steffi for her bullshit. And I think it really took stones not to play your hidden immunity idol when your name was being chucked.
Yeah. I mean, he did get reassurance from Kobus. So I mean, this also shows you, like, coming back when the episode starts, we have two guys who are three guys rather, that are quite disgruntled, and that's your Jacques, that's your Kobus, and that's your Dante. The three people completely left out of the votes. So Jacques and Kobus obviously have something going on. Their names are the next ones to be mentioned for the upcoming votes, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But we're getting carried away here. But anyway, let's get back to the Golden Spear. So if we're going to look at it holistically, what are your thoughts? So what I mean holistically is, I mean, this episode, and in terms of who's playing the best game for long term, short term, etc.
I must say, for long term, I think I definitely think Jock's playing a good game. Kobus as well. There's not many people are pissed off at him, and they're respecting him for giving it his all in challenges. Although I'm not sure, how far he's going to go in the game. I think he might get voted out, and he doesn't have an immunity idol. But I liked your suggestion of nominating Nico for the Golden Spear, because he did a phenomenal job at Tribal Council tonight. Picking out, he touched the right nerves at Tribal Council, and people were like boom, boom, booms, all over the show, letting it rip. And that kept it very entertaining. So yeah, I think Nico is a worthy candidate.
Yeah. So let's Nico. I don't think this has ever been done before.
Never been done.
A golden spear been given to the host or the presenter. So are you ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Nico.
Mooi gedoen, Nico.
Yeah.
Now, let's get to the discussion of the wooden spoon.
Crazy about you. I've never felt this way about anybody. Listen to me. I feel like a schoolboy again. A schoolboy who desperately wants to make sweet, sweet love to you.
I thought I heard you talking to someone.
Mary? I desperately want to make love to a schoolboy.
The Hout Leopold. So I would, if I can throw my candidate quickly in there, I think you're gonna have a lot more candidates than me, or nominate a lot more than me for Wooden Spoon. But I'm gonna say Steffi for Wooden Spoon, definitely. Because in the time she speaks, I can literally stand up, go and make a coffee, wait for it to get cold, and just as it is almost too cold to drink it, Steffi is done with what she was about to say. And then she also just rambles out a lot of bullshit, and then Jock calls her out for it. So my primary nomination for Wooden Spoon is Steffi at this stage. Claudio, what are your take for Wooden Spoon?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you with the Steffi thing. I don't think she's adding much value. She's an extra number. She says the wrong things at the wrong, and I'd say the wrong things at the right time. The wrong things at the right time to go home, yes. But so obviously the wrong things at the wrong time. So I agree with you with that. I mean, she's great at challenges. She eats too much food. Also, why is no one getting pissed off every time she says, "Hey guys, does anyone want to have bananas? Does anyone want to have a chicken?" I think, remember it was Dante who said, Sipe, she's the one who wants to have the bananas. Everyone, you all heard it. Like, I don't understand why she's not pissing anyone off. So yeah, but apart from her, I think Kobus and Jacques are getting found out a little bit. People are very aware that they know how to play the game. They're very aware that they're comfortable and quiet to a certain extent. Jacques' name's next. He's in big, big trouble. And also the fact that he comes back from the actual previous tribal council, and he thinks that the ladies got together and caused the blind side, and not even identifying the fact that Rob was the man behind all of this. I mean, Rob is getting away with this very scot-free. Mike, again, I think he makes the wrong decision. He has a huge opportunity for him to actually play this game and make a huge decision. And Dante goes to tribal council and he calls out in front of the jury members and again in front of everyone. Obviously, it's a last-ditch effort to get people to vote for him or go vote together with him. And say, listen, you need to start making big moves. I really do think this is an opportunity missed for Mike. But Dante overall, yes, he wins the reward challenge, which is fantastic. I mean, it doesn't matter how much I don't like you. If you're the underdog, I'm going to support you. But he probably wins at the wrong time. I mean, he's third reward challenge in a row. People like flip. And he's coming back. He's going to the tribal council. We need to get off the strongest player, i.e. Rob. But he's the one winning challenges. That's number one. Number two, then again, he's like, cool, guys, we need to vote together. We need to vote together. But I need to show them what my long-term vision is. And again, social currency, the social game is the currency within the game. And again, if you keep telling people what you want to do and not what they're going to do collectively, you're going to isolate them. And again, he goes to the reward. I think he does fantastically well in terms of the players he picks, but he switches off completely. And like you said, it was great he gets lost in the moment, but he gets lost in the moment and he doesn't see that moment as a moment that they're all sharing together. They all need to do this together. And this is something that's collective for them to bring them closer together. He completely like sidesteps that. So shoots himself in the foot. And then the other thing is he goes on and he's comfortable. Obviously, he was never going to win the memory game. He sends the Rang to the island. The Rang shoots him, doesn't even come back to him, tells him. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. What do you think? You just think Steffi?
I still think Steffi. I agree with your points on Dante not utilizing his opportunity or not capitalizing on his opportunity after the rewards challenge to a bigger extent. Definitely, and like you say, he didn't play the game, as a collective. He was very much about saying, this is my plan. Everyone come on board my plan, instead of making it a group decision and approaching it in that way. So yeah, that was definitely a bit of a blunder. But I do believe that this was also a personal growth period for Dante. I believe a lot of people, when they go to the island, they do experience a lot of personal growth, and I think Dante is a candidate who might.
Okay. So on top of that, sure, he gets his personal growth, but he doesn't get the $1 million. So he goes home. I'm sorry.
I hear you. So, but I think.
But let's not give it to Dante.
Yeah, no. I don't want to give it to Dante. I think we agree. We both touched on Steffi, and I think we've got to go with Steffi. What are your thoughts? You with me? You agree? Do you feel more strongly about one of your other nominations?
Nah, let's go with Steffi.
Feel more strongly about Mike. Who dropped the most? Who dropped the most?
No, dude. Steffi's a long time coming. Steffi, I think it's time.
It is time. What's up?
Stop eating all the food.
Yeah, damn it. Blaming other people.
No, but she's an athlete. Let's forgive her. Anyway.
Yeah.
Storm's Brewing.
Yes.
Straight up murder your ass. God! No, I did not see that coming!
Jock and Kobus know they're on the chopping block, and I think they're going to be aligning a lot more strongly with Maba, Letitia, and Mike to work on that top three on Nicole, Steffi, and Rob, because they're actually the physical threats. And Rob has been pulling all the strings, and he's been blaming everyone else for pulling all the strings and saying, no, it's CPay and it's Jock and it's that person pulling all the strings. But in fact, Rob has been pulling a lot of strings. So yeah, it makes me excited for next week's episode. And your take on the brewing storm?
My storm is that if they're going to be two people on the bottom, it's the right two people in Jacques and Kobus. I think the two of those two guys can cause a lot of havoc. So that's the best part about it. The rest of the guys are just going to go with the numbers. Special mention to Maba. I mean, she's great. I think she's just so loyal and she's so genuine in terms of who she is. I don't know if she's right for the game of Survivor though, but she's still in the game. So who am I to speak? But yeah, so Storm's Brewing. Those are the guys we need to look out for. Jacques and Kobus, they're going to cause the most damage, hopefully. And hopefully, Rob goes home sometime. Otherwise, he's going to win this game.
Exactly.
But moving on, congratulations to our winner, Tasman Donaldson and Jacques. And Kobus. I keep calling you Jacques, Kobus. Yes. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so cue the video right about now. So I'm at the home of the TNO winners. This is where all the winners of the t-shirts seem to be hanging out. So we're gonna go talk to our second winner. And here's the t-shirt. You guys ready for this? At the goat. The goat. The goat. This week's winner on TNO, Tasman Donaldson.
Yes, this is for me. I'd like to thank my sponsor, TNO. For providing me with this lovely clothing item. I'm gonna wear it every day. Right. It's gonna be my favorite thing.
Can we get a round of applause, everyone?
Cool.
Okay. Back. So that was the video. Very great. Awesome, Tasman. Congratulations. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, again, this is your reminder. Do not be the loser who hasn't subscribed.
Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
Yes, and that's about it. Anything else you want to say, Kobus?
No, I think I've opened up my heart about tonight's episode, and I really enjoyed it. It was sad to see Dante go. He's because he's the underdog. But yeah, I'm very proud of my beautiful TNO t-shirt.
Oh, looking good, looking good.
Yeah. And,
something we haven't mentioned is that, Kobus, after 11 episodes, we finally met.
Yes, oh yeah, one beautiful moment. Thanks, Claudio, for coming through, man. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, watching the show, we're no longer just strangers talking via webcam. We actually know each other in person.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and apparently he's going to get a pool. So hopefully I'm going to be invited to your next pool party. Yeah?
Definitely. You're there. Anyway, Claudio, thank you for joining me for another episode of TNO. I'll see you next week.
All right. Peace out, homies. It was good. Cheers. Bye.